All right, Eric here with the Lewis County Scoop. We got Wes Sharp and Dalton, aka Fuzzy Hoffman. He is running for presiding commissioner. But first, we're going to go to the sponsor of this podcast.
This Lewis County Scoop podcast is sponsored by Hudson Welding. From fabrication and welding to trailer repairs, livestock equipment, custom projects, repairs, and maintenance, Hudson Welding delivers strong work and solid results. They also offer on-site services, so when the job can't come to them, they can come to you. Farm, ranch, commercial, or residential, call Hudson Welding today at 660-3423-176 or 573-6299290. Sponsors do not control the questions, endorse guests, topics, viewpoints, or opinions expressed on this program.
All right, Fuzzy. So, have you recouped from the fair?
Yeah, I think so. Always takes a little bit, but I think we're back up to shape now.
Yeah, cleaned up, looked good. We went out and got a truck the other night, and it looked pretty good.
Sure.
So,
I think we had a good fair. Weather wasn't too bad this year.
yeah.
A little warm, a little bit of rain Friday, which happens every year in the fair, but it wasn't torrential this time. So we're thankful for that and everybody that came.
Yeah. So, Fuzzy, you're running for presiding commissioner. Got two against you. You kind of started your own Fuzzy's hauling, dirt work, kind of touching a little bit of everything. I always tell people, I like to tell them that I gave you the start with that little two-wheel trailer. You operated that trailer, years ago when you were still, I don't know, you was probably 13. I don't know at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you got going on.
Well, grew up in LaBelle, been a Lewis County native, I guess, my whole life. Started Fuzzy's Trucking there 2015, 2016. Used to mow yards and push snow and did that and had a couple jobs after I graduated high school. Kind of took a like in the rock hauling, was doing it on the side there, working a full-time job, hauling rock and stuff on the weekends, Friday and Saturday and Sundays, and then end up taking the leap on my own and, kind of built it up from the ground up, I guess you'd say. I mean, had a lot of local support for that, good community, everybody kind of giving me a shot and helped me get going.
Yeah.
So just kind of went from there.
Kind of that expertise on what you do kind of leads into the road and bridge stuff, kind of.
Yeah, I think I'd have some to offer with that. I do have some experience in building roads and rocking roads and grading roads and culverts, water drainage, some small dirt jobs and stuff that I do and driveway expansions and installs, I guess. So I do think I have a little bit of background there with that. So I do think I could offer that to the county with the roads.
It kind of sounds like with your expertise on that, well, especially the business that what you've turned it into, it's pretty successful.
It has been. I've been pretty fortunate, really. I mean, been pretty fortunate to get where I'm at. The community did it. I mean, all of our local guys and gals helped me get to where I'm at. So, well,
that kind of helps, as far as operating a budget for the county,
Yeah. I mean, you definitely got to have budgets, and I've had a lot of help along the way doing this. I've had a lot of good employees to help me get where I'm at, and that's why I think that I could make enough time for this because I do have several employees that I do have to keep busy at times, and it would allow me enough time to spend time at the courthouse and your weekly meetings every week for the commissioners and running the gravel roads. And I do see a lot of the county roads day to day, delivering gravel to local people and running up and down the roads. I do kind of see the roads pretty often and see what kind of shape they're in and what roads could use attention and some changes that could be made there for sure.
I've we've interviewed the other two candidates as well, and I've kind of asked both of them. This is just an idea that I've thrown out. Is I'm on open gravel roads every day too. I said, why don't we get the mailman from LaBelle, the mailman from Lewistown, LaGrange, wherever, call us once a month and say where we got problems.
Sure.
It'd save the county money sending guys out all the time.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just an idea or a thought, I guess. But
Sure. Yeah. Eyes on the road isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, we got to maintain these roads, and it's not always the easiest to maintain
I know.
when we get, uh, you know, a substantial amount of rain like we get at times now, 6, 7 inches of rain or 4 inches, what have you. Whether the roads were perfect shape or not, to get a road to hold a 6-inch rain is going to be tough.
It is. It's difficult.
It's very tough. Um, I I do see our roads could use some improvement. But the county also doesn't have endless amounts of money to just fix everything 100% right now. I mean, I am aware of that, but I do think that some improvements could be made in different areas. But that's all depending on the budget, if the budgets allow.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and not being in there and having all that, can't promise anything, but I could promise you I'd put my,
Your expertise to use.
well, yeah. I mean, I would definitely try, and I would love to try. I would love to see what I can do to just to help out and change things for the better.
Yeah.
Basically, it kind of sounds like, I mean, you kind of mentioned that the county has helped you build your business. It's kind of like you kind of want to give back the same.
Yeah, and I do. I don't want that to sound like too much, but I would
Right.
like to give back.
Yeah.
I do, and and I would get paid to give back. So I can't say that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So it's something I've been interested in for a long time, and I've never done, and I finally said I was going to do it.
Yeah.
So we're just going to give her a shot.
Yeah. Well, let's circle back around. Maybe just ask you what kind of sparked your inclination to run for presiding commissioner?
Oh, just wanting to help the county, seeing improvements on the roads that could be done.
I mean, you're still learning some of this stuff. I mean, you're not in as presiding commissioner. You're asking for their vote. Do you think there's probably going to be some stuff you're going to have to learn along the way?
Oh,
Like,
there's a lot to learn with. I did attend Sunshine Law training up in Edina
that's very
in
important.
April. Yeah, there is several sunshine laws that you should know as commissioner, and state statutes.
Mhm.
There's
And that's
huge amounts of them.
that's the thing when you get in there on state statutes. It's like, well, can we do this or can we?
Sure.
And it's something like, well, I want to get it done, but guess what? My hands are tied.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've looked at some of them state statutes. Don't have a memory to get them all memorized. There is enormous amounts of them, but it is pretty interesting what the commissioners can and can't do
Mhm.
because of state statutes. I mean,
Right.
there's so many. The sunshine laws, they were very important, I thought, and it was a nice training. I went to and learned quite a bit from it.
Yeah.
Really, on how to conduct meetings, and open and close meetings, and I mean, a lot of that stuff was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, with your business experience, you've run a successful business. You started at a young age. The community got behind you in that business, and you've really built it up. I mean, obviously, we can see fuzzy trucks running up and down the highway all the time. How do you think that experience will play into being a presiding commissioner?
I guess my experience is of a lot of hard work and dedication, I guess, goes into it. And if I'm going to tackle something, I'm going to give it my best and be good at it.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I try to do with my trucking business, and that stuff. Like, I wasn't a half foot in. I was all in or
All the
nothing.
way in.
This is either going to work or it's not.
Right.
And like I said, I've had my challenges.
Yeah.
In the last 10, 11 years, I've had times where things were tough. Times were tough,
Yeah.
and you got to keep your foot down and keep going. And I don't think we're dealing with a county that is necessarily at bottom. I do think the county is setting all right, and it's okay for the county to improve some roads. And one of the things I'm stuck on that I've been stuck on since we started this whole campaign trail is, why can't we start a budget to say we're going to go and we're going to look at these certain roads that we have trouble with every time we get a 2-inch or 3-inch rain. what, and let's improve this stretch of road. Let's start a budget every year where we're going to improve this stretch of road.
Right.
Because every time we get a rain, there goes 8 loads of rock and blew the tubes out, and we're sending guys down there for days on end. And not all them problems will be fixed.
Right.
Not all of our roads are in places where it's a good idea to have a road, because them roads have been there for eons. You know, they've been roads forever. Are they the most precise? No. But I do think there should be a budget set where we're going to fix this stretch of road this year. And we're going to, you know, if we can budget however many miles a year, we need to budget that and fix it, because every time we get a 2 or 3 inch rain, not even a 6 inch rain, we get a 2 or 3 inch good rain, the road's blown out, and here we are band-aiding it.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think, I think
that's a great idea, because I've seen that a lot this year where, like you said, a couple inches of rain and the ditches are full. It run down the side of the roads, and you got cracks in the road like this.
Sure.
We grade it back up. Next day, guess what? Rains again.
Sure.
And it's back out.
Yes. And I will say our roads need recrowned. And some of our roads have crowns in it. Not all of our roads are not crowned. I'm not going to say that. Some of our roads need recrowned. They need some attention, not just maintenance. They need attention. They need recrowned. The ditches need cleaned out. You know, we need to have a greater ditch and a crown in our road. And some of our roads don't have that. Now, we don't have a greater ditch, or we have 2 ditches. And, you know, the Lewis County has 522 somewhere in there miles of road to maintain. That's a huge amount that's a lot of miles.
It is.
And short staff like we are, and we have been, to expect them guys to get over all of that is tough. You know, and we can't blame the county employees for that. We really can't. But I do believe we need to get fully staffed.
Yeah.
We need to be hiring people to fill in our positions. You know, our courthouse is short staffed. Our road and bridge is short a few guys, but our county wages are concerning to me. With as low as they are, starting out as low as they are, I do think that is pretty concerning. Now, I don't have the budgets in front of me, so I can't promise you that I would change that, but it is concerning to me, because we're expecting somebody to work out here in 100-degree heat, and
As an operator.
exactly, or even the guys that are on the torch, and when they're working on bridges or installing culverts, or they're pouring concrete, you know, and 0-degree weather, 30-mile-an-hour winds, 40-mile-an-hour winds, snow's blowing. You know, they need to miss Christmas with their family to come open these roads up at a low wage.
Right.
How do we expect them to do that? Because the cost of living nowadays, as we know, is very expensive. You know, and do I promise high wages? I can't promise anything. I can't promise anything.
All right, Fuzzy, if you get elected presiding commissioner, what's some of the things that if you get over there that you would like to work on? Like, I know there's been a lot of talk about, you know, people upset about the bridges, you know, some old bridges that are out of commission. But what's some of the things that you would want to work on if you became presiding commissioner?
I think the bridges would be a big one too. There's several bridges out in the county, and several of them that are close to being out. Several of them in bad shape. I don't believe the county has enough funds to just start replacing bridges. But I would be very interested in looking into bridge grants and making sure we're focused on our bridge grants. Also, we're looking at grants as much as we can get to fix these bridges, with as bad a shape as they're in. You know, I think that's something that's pretty important alongside the roads.
Yeah. Would love to have that Bailey Bridge back.
Yeah.
North of town.
Yeah. No, that one's kind of hurt a lot of people with it being out.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just kind of stinks when they're closing them before we even got a game plan to fix them. You know, and I get it. If they're in bad shape, they're in bad shape.
Yeah. If they're declared not safe,
Right.
but you know, it obviously hurts everybody for the bridge to be closed. But another thing I think about, especially with that Bailey Bridge, I've been stuck on that one. All the miles of road leading up to that bridge, we're still going to maintain several of them miles of road. But there's also a good stretch of road before the bridge on each side of the bridge that is not going to get drove on. It's not going to get maintained. I mean, if that road's not getting drove on and packed down when we do get them bridges replaced, what's it going to cost the county to fix the roads? If we get the bridge fixed, what's it going to cost to fix this road?
Yeah.
Because this road's been however long it's been closed, however many years, 5, 10 years. What's it going to take to get that road back in shape too? I mean,
it's going to take a little bit, because I know I walked down there to the end of the Bailey one, and you're talking ruts probably 4 foot deep, from the water running.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, nothing I can say can be promised.
Right.
One person isn't going to change it all.
Nope.
Nothing's going to change overnight.
Yeah.
I think it's been coming, and I think I could bring a change to it, and just encourage everybody to go out and vote August 4th. If you're not registered to vote, get registered to vote. You get out and vote. Either way, cast your vote.
Yeah, we need people to vote. That's how you.
Yeah, one vote matters.
It does. Yeah.
One vote matters.
Well, there you go, guys. So,
thank you, Fuzzy.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep. Good luck.
Thank you.